Happy Friday. It's me, Amy, and it is 1 week till Christmas. Can you believe it? I'm so excited that Christmas is just a mere 7 days away. It's so exciting. So, happy holidays to you and a very Merry Christmas a week early. Hope that the season and the next week is fantastic for you. Well, I just have one thought to share that I've been thinking a lot about this week. And actually, before I go any further, I just want to stop and say it was a very, very big week for me. I cut my bangs, right? That's a really big deal. That's really, really exciting. And I could not be happier to have my bangs. So here they are, making their big debut on the Friday Reflections video. Anyway, I did have one serious thought that I wanted to share today. I posted a quote yesterday, or maybe it was Thursday. I posted a quote from George Barna from his book, Spiritually Transforming Children into Spiritual Champions. And I know a lot of you have read this, and I read this several years ago. It was a great book for me in helping frame some of my thinking about children and the church and the way that we approach children. And I don't necessarily agree with everything in the book, but I'm grateful for the writing, and I'm grateful for George offering his perspective on how we can see children in the church. So every now and then I pick up the book again and just look through it and refresh my mind and kind of challenge myself in what I believe about the role of children and our role as adults in nurturing children's spiritual faith in the church. So this week was one of those weeks I picked up the book again, and I found a great quote. I know many of you have seen it, and I put it on my blog this week, but I wanted to read it again and just say a little bit about what I'd been thinking about it. On page 49, George says, "Having devoted more than 2 decades of my life and all of my professional skills to studying and working with ministries of all types, I am now convinced that the greatest hope for the local church lies in raising godly children." So obviously, working with children for a long time in the church, that quote stuck out to me and made me really excited to think that George Barna, after working so many years studying ministries in the church, believes that the greatest hope for the local church is in raising godly children. But that's exactly it. I love how he says the phrase raising godly children. He doesn't necessarily say building great children's ministries or finding enough volunteers or getting the budget just right or using your leadership to lead children and families the best you can. No, he says the greatest hope for the local church is raising godly children. And I believe that with my whole heart. I believe that those of us in church leadership are to do the best we can to raise godly children in a collaborative, connective way with parents, with the neighborhood, with the community. I believe more than ever that we're to partner with school teachers and athletic coaches, everyone in our community focused around the same goal, the growth, and specifically for us, the spiritual growth of children. And I believe that together, as we raise godly children, that not only will be the greatest hope for the church today, but the greatest hope for the local church in the future. So I hope that quote was inspiring to you as well. And I know many of you have read the book and have had similar experiences with the book. And so if you'd like, I'd really love if you left some other comments on this post today, on this video, about other quotes that George mentions in the book, what they mean to you, and how they apply to your specific context. I'd love to hear from you on that today. So, well, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I hope the next week is great for you. I will be thinking of you as you plan and lead programs for children in your church, and you're attending services. I'm attending a big Christmas service this weekend with my family. I'm very excited about, and I will see you in the new year. Love to you today.